In what has been a melodrama of madness, a cavalcade of craziness. The fact of the matter is, the Bloodline story has been a Hollywood script written and hand delivered to the fans of WWE every single week. Sami Zayn officially turned on the Bloodline at the Royal Rumble and regretted it that night, but lived to make Roman eat his words last night on SmackDown. Well, at this point, 2 days ago, but Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn was the star that some never thought he would be on SmackDown, because from the time that he jumped him to the time that he hit the spear to the time that he challenged for the WWE Championship at Elimination Chamber in Montreal, the fact of the matter is, Sami Zayn was the star. Now I know that there are people that still believe that Sami is not capable to beat Roman Reigns. That I am one of those people that in the build up to the Royal Rumble, I looked and said that I was going to stick up a one. I was going to stick up the one to say that Sami Zayn would be the one to stand with his hand raised at the end of the Royal Rumble in San Antonio and become number one contender for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania. But Sami was not in the Royal Rumble, and the fact of the matter is, there's a better reason why, because that was pure freaking gold at the end of the Kevin Owens Roman Reigns match at Royal Rumble. We have not seen Kevin Owens yet. But you have to figure that Kevin Owens is now going to reunite with Sami Zayn, and it's going to be the most talked about shit on WWE television to date, because it's not where you keep peeling away on the onion and you find more and more depth. Actually, that's exactly what it is. They keep adding more layers. Now with Sami turning and him and Kevin having that interaction again and getting back together again, the fact of the matter is, my only question is, where does that leave Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as far as the Bloodline and their interaction with the Bloodline overall? This is a sight. The picture right below my face is a sight that we don't normally see. The picture below my face is a sight we don't normally see and have not seen for almost 3 years. It is not that often where Roman is caught off guard. It is not often where Roman is caught off guard, and I know for a fact that this is not how the story ended on SmackDown with Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa jumping Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns shouting at Sami Zayn, saying, "You tore apart my family. You're the reason why Jey isn't here. You tore apart my family, and I'm going to embarrass you at the Elimination Chamber in front of yours." This feud is personal, and I can't wait to see the vignette, the package, the video package to promote this match at the Elimination Chamber, because even with the United States Championship on the line in the Elimination Chamber, the number one contendership for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania, and whatever else WWE wants to throw at the Elimination Chamber card, the most talked about match on the show is, without question, Sami versus Roman. Because there are people that believe Sami will win. There are people that believe that maybe it'll be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for the Universal Championship. There's people that believe a lot of things. But the one thing that people seem to be forgetting is, how does Jey Uso fit into this story. Notice how I said Jimmy and Solo jumped Sami. Notice how I said Roman, Jimmy, and Solo were in the ring to end SmackDown with the Wise Man. We have not seen Jey since the Royal Rumble, when Jey walked away from the beatdown of Sami and Kevin Owens to end the Royal Rumble. Nobody has seen Jey. Jey and Jimmy are set to defend the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Braun Strowman and Ricochet on SmackDown next week, and nobody has seen Jey. Even though Sami's over here, and everybody's talking about Sami Zayn, Jey Uso's right here, and there are people that are talking about Jey Uso. The only reason why more people are talking about Sami Zayn than Jey Uso is because Jey is not the one spearing Roman Reigns in the picture below my face. Jey is not the one challenging Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber in Montreal. Jey is not the one saying he never wanted anything from Roman until now. Sami is the one attacking Roman. Sami is the one spearing Roman. Sami is the one challenging Roman at at Elimination Chamber in Montreal. Sami, right now, is the one. But Jey is down here. You can't see my head because it's out of the camera shot. That's the reason. There's a reason for that. Jey is down here because the fact of the matter is, he's out of camera shot. Right now, he's out of camera shot. But the fact of the matter is, the unexpected sometimes gets the biggest reaction. I'm not saying Jey Uso is going to turn on the Bloodline. I'm not saying Jey Uso is going to turn on Roman Reigns and Jey Uso is going to find his way into the world title picture. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that Jey Uso is 1A. Sami is 1. Sami is the one going into Elimination Chamber on February the 18th. But Jey Uso is 1A because when Jey returns to programming, the crowd is going to be wanting Jey Uso. The more Jey is gone, the more people are going to be wanting Jey Uso. And it's going to be just like it was in 2020 when Jey was fighting Roman before the Bloodline became a thing. But the only difference is the reactions are going to be there. The crowd is going to be there. Because when Jey and Roman fought the first time, there was no audience. There was no crowd. But this time it's different. Because this time we hear the Sami Zayn chants. This time we hear, "We want Jey." Where is Jey? This time we hear it. And we're all wondering the same thing. Where is Jey Uso? When will he come back? I know going into the Royal Rumble, I thought, last week I was one of the people that spoke to the idea of Sami winning and going to WrestleMania and then doing the contract signing. I was caught off guard. I didn't see it coming, but I was also watching as a fan, and this story, like I've said more than once, WrestleMania is going Hollywood. This is the embodiment of a Hollywood movie. Jey, Jimmy, Solo, Roman, Sami, all of them, Kevin, Paul, everybody deserves props, praise, and admiration for the work they've done. Because the fact of the matter is, this is the best, this is tops feud wise. This is Top's story wise. This is Top's long-term planning, long-term booking wise. To anything WWE has done in the last decade, in my opinion, because they've let it play out and be built organically to where the people don't know what's happening next. And I just got to point out to the people that think they know what's going to happen next. Did you think Sami was going to turn on Roman? Did you think Jey was going to disappear? Did you see that happening on SmackDown? Did you see the trial of Sami Zayn happening just based off of what happened 3 days earlier on SmackDown? If you say yes, then you must be working for WWE because there's no way you could have seen all that happening. Sit down, keep your mouth shut, and just enjoy a masterful piece of storytelling from the very best WWE has to offer. Because this story ain't finished yet, and I firmly believe that even after Elimination Chamber, this story is far from over, because it doesn't need to end. It can't just end with Sami, especially after Jey walked away. Because ending after Sami, ending after Mania, leaves money on the table. You have Jey versus Sami one-on-one, a money match that could happen down the road. You have the Usos versus Owens and Zayn. You have Sami versus Solo Sikoa. You have the ability for Sami and Kevin to find partners to team against Roman and the Usos. You have Sami's ability with Kevin to find partners against Solo and the Usos. But I think there is money with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn one-on-one. I think at this point there is money with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns one-on-one. I think this story, because of the inclusion of Sami Zayn, one decision changed everything for WWE. Letting Sami work with Roman changed everything, because this time next year, I'm telling you now, this time next year, we still will be talking about the Bloodline. Because next year will be when it ends. Not this year. Because there's still too much money left on the table for it to end with just Roman and Cody and Sami and Kevin versus the Usos. There's still too much money left on the table. And it's not going to end just yet. Keep expecting the unexpected, because they're going to keep you guessing. I guarantee it. Because I cannot praise these 5 people enough, or 6 people enough. Six. 7? The Usos, Solo, Roman, Sami, Kevin. 7, sorry. 7. I can't praise these guys enough, especially Jey, Sami, and Roman. Not to underscore or underappreciate the others, but Roman in this story, Roman, over the last 2 years, has been a step above everybody else. And Jey, Sami have moved up. They're still below him, but they've moved up well above where they were because of association. Jimmy and Solo, same. Kevin, same. Elimination Chamber will be a moment we don't forget. If you have plans for February the 18th, cancel them. Because this is going to be a match you don't want to miss. Roman, Sami, in Montreal for the WWE Universal Championship. We still have next week. We still have 2 weeks before the Elimination Chamber. 2 weeks from tonight I'm recording this on February the 4th. 2 weeks from February the 4th. 2 weeks from yesterday is the Elimination Chamber. We are now 13 days away from the Elimination Chamber. Let the countdown begin to the night of magic in Montreal. I will see you in the next video.